let me tell you that there are 5 aspects of the mind that you cultivate on a yoga mat. And they are self-control, determination, patience, faith, and concentration. So
Mm.
now I can tell you, when I say it's not about the posture is merely the tool we use to get there and the indication that we have.
Wait,
And
slow down. The 5 aspects, so you went through them a little fast. What is the first one?
self-control.
Self-control, which you need to start to stretch your body. Okay, self-control, I got that. I don't have it, but I
Determination.
determination. That's good because you need determination to kind of yeah, move. Yeah. Okay, self-control.
Patience.
Patience, which means don't push yourself if you're not getting into the position you want to get into, right? I mean, because
It means it happens over the continuum, little by little, by little, by little, by little.
okay, self-control. What was the second one?
Determination.
Determination, patience. Okay.
Faith.
Faith. Now, where does faith come into yoga?
Um, well, I didn't anticipate saying this, but this is what wants to be said right now. Faith comes with dismantling of the constructs of ego. A lot of people give up on things immediately, literally first try, I can't do it. And it's really fear and ego speaking, and ego being fear. So a lot of the combination of patience and faith is the knowing that the work works and you trust the process and it can't not come, and it comes millimeter by millimeter by millimeter if only you start where you're at, do what you can, always and only with breath and with form, and you are, you know, abiding by the pillars in your practice of pure time presence, where there is no judgment, attachment, reaction, or resistance. There's just, again, it's just all about the mind with which you practice.
Yeah, I still don't think I could ever get into those positions that you get into, but even with a lot of faith, I mean, maybe, I mean, we're all started out with the same basic hardware, right? I mean, we're all born with those same capabilities. It's where do you put your consciousness? So,
I'm glad you said that, because let me, first let's do this, but let's go to what you said, because that's
wait,
important.
the 5th point. The 5th point is
Concentration. That's what I want to talk about. But then,
what I just said.
yeah, this is beautiful, because look at, if what we're talking about is consciousness,
Mhm.
and we're about to look at all these schmancy photos of all these deep postures.
Yeah,
And if I tell you that it's not about the posture, the body is a learning device for the mind, what I can tell you now in response to what you just said about consciousness and whether or not you ever could or couldn't get into those positions is this. It has nothing to do with the postures. It has to do with the mind. And by cultivating the consciousness, you can create anything of your choosing. Like, look at the life that you've created and cultivated, the life of being a very successful producer and I'm going to call it a leader and a beacon in the spiritual community and in the spiritual sciences. So you've crafted a consciousness, and this life is what you've created with the consciousness. And so what we're talking about with me now is exactly the same thing. I've crafted a consciousness, and all these photos I'm about to show you are I want to say what I cultivated through my consciousness, but self-cultivation leads to service.
uh-huh.
And that's important, because I am getting to some photos that I want to talk about. But I also want to tell you that when I first started this practice, I was really, frankly, kind of doing it for myself. I was nourished by it. I was fueled and fed by it. And I I was in a perpetual state of inspiration.
But what was it in the practice that was nourishing you?
The intensity, which is my nature, it's my essence. I had the ability to be completely silent and connect to something very, very powerful inside me.